Alrighty, so I've been trying to figure out, be quiet, how I want to film part 6. And, yeah, I've put about 900 miles on it since part 5. I was trying to come up with a bunch of different excuses as to why I wasn't going to film part 6 or why it was taking me so long, and fact of the matter is I had no idea how to go about well. Plus, on top of that, I recorded absolutely nothing aside from the couple of shorts. So, we are on our way to Lincoln from Grand Island, and we're going to see just how she runs, even though I ran to Kearney to go get a new seat cushion for this. So with that being said, we're going to do it like this. It is on a tripod currently, set in my passenger seat, so there is nothing about me holding this camera in any way, shape, or form. I am being 100% safe. I can see out the passenger mirror, all that fun stuff. Anyway, let's have some fun. And hopefully my camera doesn't fall down, because right now it's being held down by roll of wrenches, and I'm not 100% sure that's going to do well. Also, this, I don't know how well you'll be able to hear me down the road, gets 15.5 miles a gallon. I did 490 some miles on the tank before I filled up, and I put like 30 gallons in it. So by that math, that's a fucking lot. Anyway, most of this is probably going to be sped up. No idea what music I'm going to put to it. But, hey. She moves way better than the 6-cylinder ever did. And for everybody who is like, hey, don't do that on the road, I only got to 50. It may move, but it doesn't move nearly as fast as what I think it should. So, yeah. Gonna roll this up a little bit so I can talk some more. The blower motor still doesn't work. Or I guess I don't know if I said if the blower motor doesn't work or not. It doesn't work. So periodically I will be popping back in because it's going to be just way too hot in here for me to drive with the windows up and no air movement. So the whole issue with this ended up being the fuel pump. The first one, or I think the fuel pump, it very well could have been the wiring. The first fuel pump I changed out, I put the new one in, and that one was definitely bad because the new fuel pump worked. It allowed me to rev it and drive it around the shop to the main door. But beyond that, not much else I can drive or do to drive it because it then started having the same issue. So I then just wired it directly to a toggle switch, which is on the left-hand side of the steering wheel here. So the fuel pump comes off that switch, and now obviously that fixed it, and I'm driving it now. It does burn some oil, but it's a 200,000 mile motor, so that's to be expected. What else? The lights, I was having issues with the blinkers flashing all 4, no matter which light I turned on. That ended up being the fuel pump ground, needed to be hooked back up to ground. Funny enough, it's odd, but whatever, it's fixed now. I'm almost thinking my fuel pump is turned, because once the fuel level got low enough, it started dropping down again, but it will never go above an 1/8 tank, so I'd be willing to bet the fuel pump's turned, the float's hitting the side of the tank. Not a big deal. I can fix that at some point. Fact of the matter is, it works once the fuel is starting to get low, which is all I really care about. What else? I think it's really just mainly the fact that I haven't charged the AC and the blower motor doesn't work. I can turn this dial all the way to heat, which actually I'm going to knock that down so I'm not sweating myself out. I got some residual heat coming off the heater core, which it's about 40 in the mornings now, so it's not terrible. I can tell the heat's going to work really well because by the time I drive the 20 miles to work, I am pretty well okay in here. I got a heated seating pad, so that also helps some. Yes, I do not like the cold. I cannot take the cold. It is not my friend. Laugh at me as you will. Yeah, other than that, radio works. Shift's nice, but I mean the transmission's only got 82,879 miles on it, so I would expect it to shift well. I can float every gear going up, but going down I can't float into fourth, which I'm assuming is due to the fact that fourth gear is still tight, not quite worn in yet, because I can tell fourth gear grabs the best. All the other ones, they still grab amazing, it's just, you can tell there's just that slight difference going into fourth. Yeah, I mean, really, I have no complaints about it. So, just all around, gonna be a good, reliable truck for me. I will say though, I did find my in-bed lights from when I had my old Ford, so I am gonna mount them to the grandpa box in the back, so I've got a nice set of lights back there. Other than that, I really can't think of anything else I might have to do other than front tires, hopefully before winter, because they are close to bald, but not bald. Anyway, it's hot in here. I'm going to roll the window down. You guys enjoy the rest of the trip. Oh yeah, one other thing. My cruise control doesn't work, so I have to figure out why that's not working, which isn't a big deal, but I'd like to have cruise back in this again, because I'm tired of not driving without it. I've got too heavy of a foot to not have cruise, and I'd like to keep my record spotless. Okay, so I'm gonna make a quick quick stop so I can get some oil, because I have a pretty good feeling I'm a little low because my oil pressure is just a touch under 40 and normally runs at 40. Checked it yesterday and I was roughly a quart low or so. So probably wouldn't hurt to top it off and have some with me. Anyway. Stop off at the place that claims 95% of all my paychecks. Good old O'Reilly's. And I will be back shortly. Alrighty. Got the oil. Leaving O'Reilly's now. And he wants to hear me pull away in it, so I'm going to do a quick pull away once traffic clears up. And just like that, nice little show off to the buddies over at O'Reilly's, because they have been a massive help. Helped me find parts and whatnot for it. But yeah, always make buddies with the parts guys, because they will make your life a hell of a lot nicer. Especially with one of the guys there. He actually has his own YouTube channel. I don't know if I can shout him out or not, so I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, he's got some pretty interesting stuff. Does a lot of drivers in Nebraska and dash cam stuff. But yeah, really enjoy the guys there. They know what they're talking about. It's nice too, because sometimes you run into some O'Reilly's or other, well, I guess not O'Reilly's in particular, but some other auto parts stores where nobody knows what they're talking about. And it sounds like the guy in front of me chirped his tire, or in front of the guy in front of me chirped his tires. Anyway, leaving town now and on the way to Lincoln. Not taking interstate because interstate drivers scare me. I drive it enough for work that, yeah, highways all the way. All the way. I love my highways. into an intersection here that speed limit is 60. We are going to do a 0 to 60 on this. It won't be very accurate as I'll be turning a corner while I'm doing it because I don't feel like stopping, and it's not exactly safe to stop on a highway to do that. So, it'll be a give or take 60 mile an hour once traffic clears up here. Maybe. I was wondering if I could see my shifter in here. Actually, since I got some time, turn it a little more. There we go. Nobody's behind me. Got a wambulance coming. Looks like he is. 40. There's 55 and 60. She takes a while to get there, but it's definitely quicker than what the 6-cylinder could do. Yeah, I'm happy with it though. I also didn't go full tilt around that corner because I didn't exactly want to squawk the tires, especially considering since there's somebody across the intersection from me and I had traffic coming, so I doubt I would have spun out, but if I spun out, I would have looked like a jackass, and yeah. Anyway. Road was clear behind me and in front of me, so nobody was in danger. Speaking of the guy who does the YouTube stuff, he just passed me. So, if you're watching this, hi, I saw you. Don't know if you saw me. Actually, I'm pretty sure you saw me. It's kind of hard to miss this truck. But, hi. Got kind of a cool car across the road from me. Don't know if he'll turn before I go, but be interesting to see if he runs by us. Looks like a Monte Carlo, maybe? No. I don't know. Yeah, I got a little lost there. I don't come to Lincoln too often, so I don't know the roads too well, but I figured it out. I hope I figured it out. I think I'm on the right road. But I guess we'll find out if I end up getting there on time or not. I know for a fact that wasn't me. Must have been that lady in that white minivan there who just gave her all the beans she was worth. I just have a buddy pull up. Anyway, I'm here and made it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.